Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson. This is my cat Tack. Can y'all hear him purring? I think he's happy. Because today we're going to be reviewing my number one pick on my top 10 comic book list, and that is the 2016 movie Captain America Civil War. Oh man, this movie's awesome. I have multiple reasons why I love this movie. Now, I'm dedicating this video to my newfound buddy Ed. Love you, Ed, because he is a fan as well, and he was totally destroyed when I told him that Civil War was my favorite movie, favorite comic book movie of all time. And I just rewatched this a few days ago just to make sure that this is really what I like. And rewatching it, I've seen this movie at least 10 times, and probably more than that. But every time I watch it, it just gets better and better and better. I mean, what is bad about this movie? I can't think of anything. It has everything that a comic book movie needs or to have, or you would ever want to have in a comic book movie. It has a good plot line. For one thing, it has the introduction to the new Spider-Man. I mean, Tom Holland is awesome as Spider-Man. I loved Homecoming, and you know, it's not my favorite comic book movie, but I love Spider-Man, and I thought that the Sam Raimi Spider-Man was good. I thought the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man was good, the first one. The second one was horrible. But I thought Tom Holland really nailed the actual age, looking like the actual age of the actual first Spider-Man that we get in the comic books. You know, he's 15 and he's just a kid, but he calls himself Spider-Man, and all his villains think that he's a man, you know. But anyway, I can go on about that forever. But anyway, we get a good introduction to him, and we get a good introduction to Black Panther, which it comes out this weekend. I cannot wait to see, and I'm really pumped up about it. The reviews have been awesome. It has a 99% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. You know, not that Rotten Tomatoes is the end-all be-all of, you know, what makes a good movie good, but I do trust some of the critics. But anyway, that being said, I think Black Panther is going to be awesome, but his intro in this movie was incredible. Chadwick Boseman just nailed the character of T'Challa, and I was very proud of them, of what they did with Black Panther and the way that they introduced him to us. But anyway, you know, and he's been around, you know, ever since the Avengers have been around in the comic book, so it's not like he's a new character. You know, we have known about him for years, but I was scared about him being introduced into this new world that they're creating. But I think they did an incredible job, and I think Black Panther, the movie, the standalone movie, is going to be awesome, and Infinity War coming up in May. So this list could actually change at any moment, because we get 6 to 8 comic book movies a year. But anyway, that being said, Civil War is still my number one. Another reason, it has a good idea in it. You know, General Ross comes in and wants to have this sanctioned, have the Avengers sanctioned as an organization that is run by the UN, and they will, you know, dictate where they go and what they do, you know, so they just don't run around with autonomy, you know. But you know, in Captain America, it's like, you know, look, it's run by people with agendas, and their agenda might not be what's best for us or what's best for the world. It's their agenda. We need to protect the world from itself, from threats that they don't even know about, you know, the UN wouldn't even know about. You know, that they're the only, their safest hands are their own, you know, and he says that in this movie, and that is so true. But I love the whole point, because there are good points on both sides, even though I take Captain America's side. But I totally agree that both sides have excellent points, and I can understand if somebody wanted it. You know, I understand Tony Stark's side on this, you know, and his other teammates, you know, they believe in the same thing, you know, because there is a good point there, you know. But like I said, I'm on Captain America's side, but this movie definitely has a good point to it, and it's something that you're thinking about during the film. You know, this movie has action. I mean, from the first 5 minutes to the last 5 minutes, it's just pure action. The whole movie. There's not there's barely a lull, you know. I mean, you have so many things happening, and it has one, no, I'm not even going to say one of, I'm going to say the best action scene in any of the comic book movies that have come out since Superman in 1970s is the airport scene. You know, you have all of these heroes fighting each other, which they don't want to fight each other. They're reluctant. You know, it's not like you're fighting a villain and you just want to smash them. It's just them. You know, they're friends and they have to fight each other and try to win the side so they can, you know, really, Captain America wants to stop all these other Winter Soldiers, and Iron Man just wants to capture the Winter Soldier and Captain America and all of them. You know, but they're trying to save people. I'm just frustrated sometimes. See, this movie can still get you in the mind, and that's why I love it, and that's why it's a good movie. Another reason why it's the best comic book movie, because at the end fight scene, because you get another action-packed fight scene at the end between Tony Stark, Captain America, and the Winter Soldier, and Tony Stark, you know, holds his own pretty well until the end. But the scene with Captain America holding his shield up and Iron Man shooting his repulsors at it, and you know, they're at a stalemate coming together like this. That you can read that panel in the comic books. I mean, that is an actual, you know, drawing that they did, and they put that into into the movie for us as an Easter egg. And I just so appreciate when they do stuff like that. I mean, when I saw it, my mind was just blown. Already my mind was blown for the first 2 hours, and then here we go, blowing my mind again. Like every 15 minutes it's just something, bam, just something, bam. This movie does not stop, and at the end you want it to keep going. It's 2.5 hours long, but you could watch another hour of this movie, and at least I could, and that is why I love it. I mean, I want more, and I feel like we're getting ready to get more with Black Panther and Infinity War coming up, because it's all the heroes, and then more. It's actually all of them coming together in Infinity War. So I'm pumped up about that, because this Civil War movie was definitely a test to see, can we have a good story? Can we have 20 characters, you know, together and make sense on either side? And they accomplished it. I mean, 10 out of 10. They accomplished it in this movie. And honestly, the first 10 minutes of this movie, I was actually nervous, because I don't like shaky cam. And it starts out with shaky cam fighting. And I was like, oh no, is this whole movie going to be like this? I'm not going to like it. So if you get that feeling in the first 10 minutes, like, oh gosh, shaky cam, don't worry, because it's maybe a couple of scenes sprinkled in throughout the whole rest of the 2.5 hours, but there's barely any more shaky cam. So that being said, watch out for that, because I was scared of it, but I was definitely surprised that it didn't have any more the rest of the movie, and was pleasantly surprised about that. Okay guys, it's running long, so I'm going to end it there, but I hope, Ed, that explains why I love this movie and why I think it's the #1 comic book movie, because it has everything a comic book movie needs to have, and has everything a comic book movie that you want it to have. So that being said, it's #1. So what's your #1? Let me know in the comments below. And not just you, Ed, everybody, let me know what your #1 comic book movie is. I want to know. Remember to like my movies and like my videos. I haven't got to movies yet, but like my videos, subscribe to my channel, and as always, make yourself happy every day. Ed, be happy. And the only way to do that is to remember, the only thing stopping you is you stopping. Ed.